You startled me.
I didn't know anyone was in here.
And I didn't know you could play the piano.
Well, I only play when I'm alone.
You shouldn't be so shy, Jeff. No one's going to compare you with a professional.
The thing is, I am a professional.
Oh,
I made my debut in town hall 1 week before the war. Jeffrey Meredith, you see?
why? It says you're brilliant. Forgive me, Jeff. I should have known.
I was going to appear with the Philharmonic. I didn't, but I have the contract to prove I might have.
But you never play. Do go on, Jeff. I'd like to hear you.
No, I don't like to be stared at.
I'll look the other way and listen.
I'd rather not. I'm not ready to face people yet. Please don't insist.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Can you keep a secret?
About 10 minutes.
Dr. Emmett isn't a doctor at all.
What is he?
A patient, just like Mrs. Patty.
Oh, do you think so?
For 5 years now, he's promised to give me a new face.
No, he's a doctor, Jeff. It says so on his office door. He wouldn't lie.
Do you believe a man is what he claims to be?
I'm a trusting soul. I try to believe in the best of people.
But it's best to believe in the worst. If you believe in the worst, then the worst is only half bad at best. And the best is no worse than expected. So it's best to believe the worst.
You know, Jeffrey, that's just obscure enough to be profound. What does it mean?
It's simple. When a man says that he's wise, you say that he's a fool. But if he says that he's a fool, you believe him.
Well, only a fool claims to be wise.
Exactly, which proves that I'm right. Dr. Emmett is a fool. He claims to be a doctor. The war was over 5 years ago. And where is his miracle?
Some things take a long time to heal, Jeffrey.
Well, I can't wait much longer. I'm getting old. I will be 26 soon.
Oh. And that's ancient. Why don't you forget your appearance and play anyhow? Don't condemn your audience before you give them a chance to be kind.
Look at me and tell me that an audience wouldn't shudder at the sight of me. Go ahead. Look.
I see nothing to hide, Jeffrey.
Dr. Emmett told you what to say.
No, he didn't. I promise. But I'd trust him if I were you. Give him a little more time.
All right. I'll give him 5 years more.
Fair enough.
Do you know something?
Not a thing. I'm only awed by the magnitude of what I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't tell this to anyone else, but Hannibal really can't play the violin.
No!
Yes!
Well, of course I'm tone deaf.
Well, I'll tell you something else. I sometimes wish I were.
Well, you're a sweet boy to pretend.
Poor Hannibal. Can't play, yet he does. And I really can, but I won't. Don't you think that's funny?
Not very.
There's a rat in the hall! A rat as big as a mouse! Climb up on a chair quickly, Mrs. Savage!
Oh dear, I ate too much again.
Why, Hannibal, you know you shouldn't exercise right after a meal.
I know, but if I wait till I'm comfortable, my conscience won't needle me.
Are you sure there's been no calls or messages for me today?
Positive.
Well, is it possible to send to the village to get tonight's newspaper?
Well, if you'll serve the coffee, I'll ask Dr. Emmett.
Gladly.
Here you are, Bingo.
Oh, well, Florence hasn't been served.
Oh, don't stand on manners, Jeff. Miss Willie knows just how you like your coffee. I'll get my own.
Very well, Florence. Thank you.
You're annoyed.
You single me out for attention, Miss Willie. It's not fair. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Jeff. It's just, I'm so tired tonight. I didn't remember. You'll have to forgive me.
Of course. I forget too.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the best dressed of them all? Fairy who?
Creamy your coffee, Fairy?
Please. Does this dress do anything for me? I made it myself.
It's sheer delight, Fairy. Sugar?
5. There wasn't time to finish it. I put it together with pins.
Hannibal?
Oh, no, thank you.
Would you like to know a trick to make that exercise enjoyable, Hannibal?
An enjoyable way of losing weight has yet to be invented.
Well, I know of an improvement. All you need is a deck of cards.
When I was 14, I went to a fortune teller. Everything he told me turned out wrong. I never believed in cards after that.
Throw them up in the air
Why?
to lose weight. Now lean over and pick them up, one by one.
I like that. It's tidy.
I learned it in a beauty course.
Thank you, Mrs. Savage. It's a great improvement.
Wouldn't it be easier to pick them up sideways?
Much. Man was made all wrong. His stomach should be in back. When he bends, it's in the way. When he kneels, his legs buckle out instead of folding neatly behind him. And why should his nose be in front? It only gets in the way when he kisses.
Oh, you're so right.
I guess God was in a hurry.
Well, Hannibal, what are we doing now?
We're losing weight.
Well, you're gonna have to postpone it for a little while. Would you all follow us upstairs to the study for a few moments?
Why, my dear gentlemen, we've only just sat down for our coffee.
Sorry, doctor's orders. He needs to speak to Mrs. Savage. Alone.
Why, I do hate having coffee upstairs. It's so middle class. Why, where's John Thomas?
I think you left him up by the phonograph, Florence.
Oh, yes. He adores the classics.
Upstairs, downstairs. I think I'll scream. May I stay, Dr. Emmett?
No, you may not.
Miss Willie tells me you're anxious to see tonight's papers. Why?
Habits.
Well, here they are. You'll undoubtedly be pleased to know that you've caused considerable trouble again.
Have I? Poor Titus, on the front page. Senator trapped in White House greenhouse.
I just spoke with him. He's exceedingly angry.
Imagine pulling up all those petunias. What will everyone think?
As a result of this, your position here has deteriorated considerably.
But my disposition has blossomed greatly. Anything else, Samuel?
Oh yes, here's the Boston Post.
Dear, oh dear, poor Samuel, trapped under all those bricks. Chimney collapses on Boston jurist. Well, for some people, it takes a ton of bricks, you know?
How could they possibly have believed you?
They should be committed, shouldn't they? Nothing on Lily Bell?
Your batting average for mischief is 100%, Mrs. Evans.